currently feeling that fun little sense of deja vu that happens after a Monday night stream where I'm like, wasn't I just here? Wasn't I just sat in a seat looking at these screens doing these things? And in all honesty, yes, I was just here. Thank you for asking. Welcome to it's been like 11 hours since I was last live, so that's fun, that's cool. I spent most of the time asleep, probably. I know I don't keep track of my daily hours that much. I don't keep track of it all that well. But anyways, I hope you're all doing well. I hope that I don't know, the last 11 hours have been kind to you. My name is Quimby, and today we are going to be dealing with my mining stream aftermath. So, long story short, at the moment I have a ridiculous amount of copper that needs to get smelted down, and I'm thinking about building. I built another the blast furnace super smelter to help me build. I'm thinking about building another, and then also like doing some work on the walls around me while I do stuff. It's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna work this all out, and it's gonna be great. I don't know. I hope that everyone's doing well. Oh my gosh, Alpha, hello there. Hi, hello. Is that I don't know exactly what those are called, but I like the little like smiley faces and stuff. Bring frogs this early in the day. Oh goodness me. We can't do it while we're on this screen because I don't have the sources set up for it, but as soon as we get to the regular scene I can do it. But wow, I mean, I guess it's always good to start off the day with an early frogs. Here, I've got some water to drink. I'm trying to stay hydrated because it is so hot right now. Like, it's September, can't we cool down just a little bit? Can't we just get, like, a little cooler, please? Please, I beg, please? But it's fine, I'll just suffer. I found out how to do combinations. Yo. Yeah, I've always wondered how people do those. Because they're so cool and interesting and fun, but, I just have no clue. I just don't know, I don't know. I simply do not know, chat. I do not know. Alright, well that's the end of intro time. Now, I know we were listening to the Nintendo 64 playlist yesterday. We're gonna keep listening to it because I've been vibing. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and switch the scene. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and pop! Oh, look at that! Look at those lovely little stars and asterisks and symbols and everything. That's so cool. That's so cool, Alpha. But anyways, we are starting right off with some frogs. This may not exactly be appropriate frog music, so I might switch a little bit. I feel like Mr. Malik would rock that combination. Honestly, yeah, that's a real Mr. Malik move right there. Alright. I kinda... one second, That's better frog music. Alright, frogs are brought to you today by Mapolopi, aka Alpha. And ready? Frogs. The frogs. Look at them go. Look at those frogs. They're just good friends. Good buddies. Good pals. The frogs. It's about the frogs, chat. I'm just mesmerized by them constantly. I'm using combinations in all my sentences now. Pop off. You know, honestly, pop off. We're doing more frogs, because I wanted more frogs than that. I don't think we've seen Rock Frog today. No, we're doing it again. Give frogs, please. Rock Frog! Rock Frog, my favorite boy! My favorite frog, Rock Frog! Oh, I love Rock Frog so much. They're just good frogs, Brant. They're good frogs. Look at them go. They're being little froggy friends. It's Rock Frog. Rock Frog our favorite guy. Just popping off, being a frog. Alright, I think this one is gonna be last. Rock Frog again! Thanks, Rock Frog, for all of your service. Yeah, when we finish this round of frogs out, that's gonna be it. But you know what? This round of frogs just keeps going. Just keeps being those same frogs. Ah, there we are. Alright, well thank you so much for the frogs, Alpha. I appreciate that So much. You just gotta get the frogs. You just gotta get them. But anyways, welcome back to my hardcore world. Yep. I really am. There is so much happening here. How are we doing on coal? Not that well. Oh, I'm gonna need to bring more coal out over here soon. I've got a little bit in my inventory, and then I might have some more in here. I do, okay. Let's just take this and split it and put it in. Fear me. Oh gosh. Oh goodness gracious me. Yep, okay. Yeah, no, I'm very afraid. That is certified fear moment for sure. Oh no. I'm also very currently invested in making sure that this whole thing has appropriate amounts of copper. So I shall be moving some of this around. Because, you know, it's strange that some of these can have like so much copper and then some of these are like almost empty. It's weird. I don't quite understand the physics behind it, but like I guess it's not up to me to understand. I just need to make it work. Alright, then you this one certainly needs more coal also. Yeah, I've got this much copper and I've also got this much copper. So we gotta get that all smelted. I love this. It is very cute. It is absolutely precious and darling. Let's just... Okay, this one's a little less, I don't know, unweighted. No, can I borrow some copper? Quimby. No. No, you think I have copper to spare? You think that I don't need every single piece of this copper? Because let me tell you, I need every single piece of this copper. This amount of copper, this is a mere trifle compared to what I need. This is baby steps. Quimby doesn't have enough copper to share. I don't. I really don't. I just don't, yeah. Quimby's copper poor confirmed. I am. I'm so poor. I'm so poor in copper. I need so much of it. It's a problem how much copper I need. It's like I just need the copper is all. Okay, so while my super smelters are running, maybe I should build another one. I don't know. I've got some more blast furnaces and stuff. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and make myself another super smelter. It would definitely have to be moved eventually. This space is not set up quite exactly the way I want it to be, but maybe I should just make another one because I need it. Because I desperately need it. Yeah, that is Mr. Malouk vibes for sure, though. Let's put some more copper in these things. Listen, chat. The sheer amount of production that I need to go through for this is a little bit brain-breaking for me. But I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to hold on for you guys. I'm staring into the abyss. The abyss is staring back, but you know what? We're doing alright. Okay, let's build another super smelter, I think. Which means that I need some more redstone. I need more, what's the word? I need more polished andesite. And I've got a decent amount of wood downstairs. But I might want to pick more up while I'm at it. Yo! Mr. Malouk moment. That's real Mr. Malouk vibes right there. You know, I look at those vibes and I say, that's Mr. Malouk vibes. That's what I say, actually. In fact. Let's take, like, 14 more andesite to polish. Is there something I'm forgetting? Probably. Oh wait, and then there's redstone downstairs that I should probably just break instead of taking this stuff from here. Can confirm. M. Mr. Malouk. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, chat, 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 we got confirmation. Write this down. Someone write this down. Someone write this down. We just got combination. We just got confirmation. It is Mr. Malouk right here. This is an auspicious day indeed. I'm on it. Write this down. Write this down. Write this down. Let's just... We do a little bit of redstoning as a treat. It's just simply as a treat, chat. It's as a treat. Okay, I'm also going to need a ridiculous amount of iron. Luckily for me, I've got my iron farm right here. So I can have as much ridiculous amounts of iron as I want. I really think I was in loaded chunks while... I think that this was in loaded chunks while I was doing my mining stream, because this is much more iron than I was prepared to have. Much more iron than I was prepared to have. Alright, so I'm going to need 38 hoppers. So to start with, that means that I need a whole entire stack of logs to get turned into chests. That's the word I'm looking for. So there's that, and then let's do like 14 worth. Look at me, 7 more. I actually don't even think that that's enough, but it's a start. But, you know, at least it'll get me my 38 hoppers if I'm really careful about it. Wow. This is an expensive build. Well, not really. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty decent, but I just fear constantly. Build idea, cosmetic furnace. What's that, you may be wondering? Well, it's a large furnace made of deep slate redstone blocks, potentially another rock and fire, lava, and iron bars. I'm envisioning a large walk-in furnace to demonstrate the industrialization room. Is it practical? Nope. Could it be a vibe? Potentially. Ooh. I do like a vibe. Okay, wait, hold on. That's 3, 4, 5, because I need 6. I need 6 chests. Nope, I was 1 off. There we are. No, wait. No, it was the correct number. Oh, wait. That's fine. I can have an extra chest. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's totally fine. Then I actually had an idea for a revolutionary design. Okay, so ready? We start with that. This will be interesting because it will cause some sharing to happen. This block will be shared by both super smelters, which I think will be a fun little experiment to have. But yeah, no, I could see us having a giant furnace moment. I'm not, again, definitely not practical whatsoever, but a vibe? I am a fan of vibes. I'm gonna need so much coal to run this thing. This is gonna bankrupt me probably. I'm coal poor. I'm copper poor and I'm coal poor. This is so sad. Oh, that reminds me. I need to that reminds me that I need to stop these every once in a while to pick things up. Consequences! Hi, Artie! Welcome to the stream. I have a ridiculous amount of copper to smelt. Good thing iron stonks are up. Yeah. Yeah, those iron stonks are indeed coming in clutch. Oh, but... oof. Yeah, my coal supplies are gonna be suffering so much. Got a lot of copper? Hi, I'm building a 64 by 64 by 64 copper cube. Why am I doing this, you may ask? I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question that I do not have an answer for. Yeah. You're building a big cube since when? Since some time ago. Oh, forgot. I forgot. Yeah, the giant copper cube just kind of happens. It just kind of be that way. But okay. I need to make rails now. I need to make rails, which means I need that gold I've been holding. I can't tell if my dripping sarcasm is being picked up or not. Oh, it's not because I'm in build mode. If I was having a single thought in my head, I definitely would be picking up on sarcasm. But because we are in full no thoughts head empty, I need to be working on redstone mode. Heck nah. You could you could tell me that like your grandmother founded Tallahassee, and I would say, oh, that's so cool. Tell me more about that. I'm a little busy on building things, but I'll try to keep track of it as best I can. No thoughts head empty. Me and the boys power walking away from consequences. We just be like, no consequences here. My grandmother founded Tallahassee. That's so cool. Tallahassee is one of those cities that you hear about it being founded and you just sort of go, what? I thought it just showed up one day. And to be honest, I did think that Tallahassee just sort of showed up one day. So that's actually really cool that your grandmother founded it. I am a little busy on building at the moment, or else I'd, or I'd ask more about the story, but like, that's so cool. You don't want to have consequences, just say no. Consequences can't happen without consent. Just say no to consequences. They can't legally give you consequences if you say no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Amazing. Incredible. The best. Very good. Very, very, very good. Oof. I'm gonna need to pause this one for just a sec. Because I need to not have minecarts be in the way. For just one moment. Alright, there we are. Now we very carefully break that block again. And there. Ta-da! Hi, Vanny. Hi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I hope your day is going well. If you're a consequence, you legally have to tell me, right? Even if you're undercover. Yeah, if I ask and you're a consequence, if you don't tell me, you're breaking the law. On my way. Yeah, just going, just zooming. Libby, how are you? I'm doing well. Kind of in a bit of a bubbly mood at the moment. Not like anything crazy, but I'm just like, wow, I'm going to like commit war crimes and and to be a major thorn in the government side, and it's just a good time. We're just vibing today. I'm also placing these redstone blocks, which is pretty neat. I think I've hit acceptance. I've hit the point where I'm just sort of accepting the fact that this is my life now, and that I'm going to be trapped here doing this forever, and there's nothing that I can do about that. I'm going to be feeding the copper cube for the rest of my existence, and honestly, at this point, why fight it? Like, why is it such a big deal if I have no personal autonomy or choice in my own life anymore? That's what the cube wants. Dude, that's a nice existence. No thoughts, only copper cube. Yeah, it's really, why make a big fuss about it? I see no reason for this. Like, just like look at this. We're doing great. I'm building copper. It's amazing. I've got 2 beautiful super smelters who give me everything that or actually 3 beautiful super smelters now who could give me everything I could ever want. We're just simply vibing. And then one of these and one of these. And would you look at that, it's a lever. And that's what I call a completed super smelter. Alright, I do need to run upstairs to pick up some coal to actually fuel this thing. Because my coal supplies are getting absolutely decimated by this project. But you know, lever? I hardly know her. Lever moment. You know what they say? Lever, Johnny, lever. Me when me when I'm trying to lift something heavy and I need to figure out a way to just scooch up a little bit, and then and then someone comes up and tells me that tells me to just lever. just lever. Lever. There's hail. Oh, I love hail. Hail pog? Yes. I thought you were saying like hail pog, and I was like, why are we hailing pog? Is pog just in need of being hailed? I need to get a gold farm at some point. Okay, let's just grab like 2 stacks of blocks of coal. Because I'm pretty sure we're doing decently well on coal, but I might actually have to go on a solely coal mining expedition in the middle of this to make sure that my furnaces can keep running, because this is a ridiculous amount of copper. So let's just yeet a stack of blocks into this chest right here. Beautiful. And let's pick up some copper to yeet into there too. Hail pog. I really wish that you could just smelt blocks. That would make my life so much easier. Make my life so much easier. Like, can you imagine how easy my life would be if I could just throw these blocks in? That'd be phenomenal. I would cry. It would bring a tear to my eye, being able to just put just put copper blocks in. Ta-da! Solely coal without getting to divert copper? What could go wrong? Nothing. That would never happen. It would all be fine. Kerbelinks, hi! Welcome to the stream. I'm getting broke. I am going broke, and it's great. Coal. I should maybe pick it up at some point. I now have 3 full blast furnace super smelters. They are... Oh! That one needs to get emptied. That needs to get emptied. That needs to get emptied for sure. Let's, Okay, it's not too bad. We caught it before there could be any major issues. I do need to, Yep, I do need to. I do just need to. In remembrance of Cyborg. Kill. I remember when Cyborg would say kill. It's a real kill moment. Aww. Going broke or getting rich in that sweet, sweet copper. You know, getting rich in that sweet, sweet copper, but, suffering from success. I'm suffering so much from success. Oh my gosh, I gotta check the other one. What? Okay. We go. Okay. I'm filling this one up backwards because, yes. Okay, we caught it before it was too late. I will be... I will be emptying this as much as possible, though. Or not as much as possible, just like a decent amount, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm going to need to stop these for a second to let them fill up properly. Chat, there's so much copper. There's so much copper happening here. Here, this final bit can go back in. Woo! I gotta ask, is there a reason to have your crafting menu showing only craftable items? Huh. I would say it's mostly because I didn't know that setting existed. Huh. Huh. Well, isn't that interesting? Huh. I've learned something new today. The reason there's a lack of reason. Yeah, well, it's been causing me so much pain to look at. Well. Well, you know what they say, chat. It takes an hour to learn, it takes a lifetime to master. It's fine. It's causing me so much pain to look at. Well. You know, they do say that the Nile used to run from east to west. That is what they say, actually. Get the Killer's reference there, Mr. Malouk. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night. Sometimes they're calling me by my name. The Killer's. The Killer's moment right there. Oh, this is so much copper. let's just throw more copper on the pile. Woo! In the world, I always have an axolotl in a bucket named Brain Cell, and I became an axolotl to try and absorb their smartness. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. Today paid off. I mean, yeah. Oh, you need more copper. You know, having 3 super smelters might be the exact right amount because it's just enough that I need to be focusing to manage it. But like, it doesn't cause problems. I'm not severely overwhelmed. I'm just busy. Okay, I'm going to take a stack from this side and yeet it in over here because I know that this furnace has a habit of not having as much as the rest. Brain cell coming in clutch. And honestly, that was a true brain cell moment, to be quite perfectly honest. Yeet. Let's get some more copper to put in there. Okay, the rest of them seem to be doing alright also. It's just a lot of copper, chat. It's just a lot of copper. Yeah, imagine having brain cells, though. I would never. As evidenced by my, by me learning something new today, and that you can have show only craftable as an option on your crafting table. Huh. I mean, I will admit I do sometimes like being able to just see all of the blocks when I'm, like, thinking about block pellets and stuff. But no, I definitely should have had that on earlier. I mean, to be fair, I think, Mr. Malouk, that does qualify as a lack of a reason due to me just not having a good reason as to why I was doing it. Alright, that's the last one for now. We'll just... Why am I still typing it? That's weird. Why? Force of habit. Force of habit. I was hoping to maybe do some work on this space while I was, you know, doing all this, but I probably need to be managing my super smelter. Wow, it's a Christmas miracle. Let's just check on the last one again. Yeah, see, this first one always has so much going on, and then this last one over here is just kind of, just kind of sitting, just kind of hanging. It's a little bit weird. Oh my gosh, I need to check on the coal. Okay, so we seem to be mostly doing decently okay with coal. I will probably want to restock all of them at some point. Oh boy. Chat, I'm poor. I'm poor. I don't have coal for all of this. I'm gonna go broke. Chat, this is so sad. Let's do just a little bit of work in an effort to do something. I am going to be using my fortune pickaxe for this because I'm going to need cobblestone for the walls. So let's just put some smooth stone down. You know, just have a nice little smooth stone break. Okay, this is gonna bother me. There we are. Take a moment to relax. Yeah, a nice moment to just place some smooth stone, and definitely not panic thinking about how I probably need to be watching my smelters or something's gonna go wrong. You know, that would just be silly. Why would something be going wrong if I wasn't watching my smelters every second of the day? That's just kind of funny if you think about it. Let's actually do this. Good enough. Like, why would that be an issue? Why would that cause problems? It's not like they'll, you know, run out of copper or coal. Coal. Ah, it was just 2! It was just 2 coal! This is so sad. I can't believe that it would be this way. I can't believe it would be this way. This is so sad. This is... no. Why would it do this? No. It didn't even fortune properly. Smelters blow up. Oh my gosh, I gotta check it. Okay, that one needs more copper pretty soon. That one also needs more copper pretty soon. That one needs to be emptied pretty soon. It seems to be doing okay on copper. Let me just catch them for a moment and let it fill up a bit more on copper. I don't have problems. You have problems. I'm perfectly fine. This is normal. It's so normal to have anxiety about this kind of thing. Definitely 100% for sure. And I need to put coal in all of these at some point. It's fine. See, again, with that end one just having so much less than the others. Although actually this one, it's not too bad of a discrepancy. I will be taking this 12 copper to put in here though. Because, yeah. Nah. That one needs more copper. But now my inventory is ever so slightly too full of the things that I've been working on to properly. You know what? We finished this. I'll just finish it. It will survive up until I finish placing these blocks, and then I'll have some more empty space in my inventory, and it will be so fine and okay. I do want to come back through after I'm done here and do something else with the floor. I'm just doing a basic smooth stone at the moment so that I can have a fresh canvas. And yes, it would make more sense for the regular stone to be the fresh canvas, but to that I say, when have I ever made sense? Are you come here expecting me to make sense? That's kind of cringe. It just gives me my best friend have the exact same lessons tomorrow. Oh, pog. I once had a school year where there were 3 people who had the exact same schedule as me on one of our school days. I'm just leaving that. And it was quite frankly ridiculous because I actually harbored a deep seething burning hatred for one of these people. But we had the exact same class schedule, so I could just never get away. It was, it was kind of miserable for a hot second there. Because I just had to live knowing that me and this person would see each other every other school day for an entire semester. That was exciting. That was one of the times for sure. He's killing Mom Simulator. Furnace A, Amanda, needs help with her copper homework, and I need to make sure Furnace B, Oris, gets copper practice on time, and I have to make sure that Furnace C, Celia, also brings enough copper for lunch. Oh my gosh. We're just babysitting. I've just become a full-time babysitter, chat. We're just babysitting out here. It's fine. I really should put coal out in some of these. Because coal. one's gonna need to get emptied soon. It's doing decently well on copper. Coal definitely needs to get... I need to redistribute the coal. Let's just put like 3 stacks in every single one of them for a moment. Because, you know, it's gotta be fair. We gotta make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to have coal. Okay, let's let those drain for a second. Yeah, because that one's just straight up out of coal. Here, let's just come by and personally load some coal in here. Because I know that's going to get shortchanged by the hoppers. Sure, let's just put some, yeah, sure. What about first Eric? He needs help with his copper auditions to the copper play. Oh my gosh. I keep telling him that the copper play is not worth it. Like, there's so many better things you could be doing with your time. Like, I don't know, improv or something. And interesting, that one is not, this end one is not receiving. Weird. The distribution on these can be so strange. Well, let's just let it pick up some more copper and get yeeted on out of there. Oh wait. There we are. There we are. That's good. Alright, I think all of my furnaces are doing decently well. They've all got coal, they've got copper. We're almost down to the— oh wait, no! Oh, this one needs to get emptied up here. It's fine. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. No problems. See how well we're coping? We're coping so well. And head off. I wish you the best of luck with feeding your copper child. Oh, thank you, Artie. Thanks for dropping in. Also, good luck with whatever it is you need to do. Good luck. Could forget about first Eric. Such a drama boy. Yeah, very dramatic. Very dramatic, but we love him all the same. I'm really gonna have to, you know, make this space better eventually. Maybe I should put it down into the ground a little bit. That would be kind of wild. I don't know, future Quimby problems. Oh wait, I did that one too soon. There we are. Okay. Hopper's still doing alright. How's this one? No, I should be focusing on getting my degree, but instead, I'm too focused on making sure that all of the copper children have enough resources and supplies to be able to do what they love. This is so sad. Okay, I'm definitely going to need to put more coal into these. Yeah. They're not doing too well in the whole coal department. Why is that one so... okay. Oh, that one needs more copper. That one needs more copper. Okay. But on the plus side, almost all of the copper is now in circuit. So, you know, even if it's not quite smelted yet, it's like in circuit. It has the opportunity to be smelted. I'm probably going to just be equalizing all the copper for a while. I'm going to be like, oh, this smelter has so much more than the other ones. Okay, that one's doing alright. This one needs to get emptied decently soon. Yeah, let's go upstairs and grab some more coal. Maybe I should get a wither skeleton farm just for the sole purpose of getting coal from it. Because my coal needs are pretty intense. There's such a thing. Is there such a thing as plant aesthetic? Because mine just enabled. I bought vines and 18 flowers. Oh, pog. I think that is that morning or night? That's morning. I stayed up all night watching my copper children. Cool. I had so much coal before this, and now I do not. Okay, should we just go on a coal-only mining expedition where even if oh, but it's illegal to see copper and not take it. It's actually, I will be breaking the law if I don't collect the copper. Oh no. You have blood time to stress eat. Yo. Okay, let's just stop them because I want them to have time to be able to absorb the coal. Oh, why did he stop? Hold up. Cool. I'll be stopping it anyway, but like, interesting. Alright, so now that they're all picking up on the coal, let's keep this gravy train running. Because look, we've only got like 7 stacks of blocks left. I'm gonna shove some more in this smelter now, so we're getting very close to having all the copper, you know, going through. To be fair, it's still a really long way to go because this box isn't even full yet, and there's 2 of them. But you know, there's a decent amount of copper in all of the furnaces. Maybe we just go and collect all of it, like this. That really needs to be emptied. You know, actually, hot take. Let's just go through and empty each smelter as much as we can, just to see, just to see exactly how much copper I've smelted at this point. So not even caring about if the smelter needs to get emptied or not. Just, you know, just doing it. Okay, because this will probably push me over the edge of filling up this box. Chat, what we're doing right now is we're getting an accurate read on exactly how much copper has been smelted and how much copper needs to get smelted. Because, like, consider that furnace, which hasn't been emptied once. It naturally has more blocks of copper in it than the other ones. We're doing science, chat. This is a science moment. Alright. Oh, this one might even... Yeah, I think this is even gonna fill up the box almost completely. Oh, Pog. So that means that definitively over half of the copper has been smelted. Like, no matter how much we get from this box, over half of the copper has been smelted. Pog. PogChamp. Okay. This is really bad news for my coal supplies. It's really bad news for my coal supplies. But you know what? It's fine. Okay, let's just grab all of these and put them all out. So that one could use some. Let's put like 2. Because I know, and it doesn't, oh gosh, even this stuff drained from, does the copper consent to being a block? Does it consent to being in a cube? What if it's uncomfortable? You know what, I'm in charge of the copper, and I say that it's going to be a block, so it will be. If you don't like it, you can take it up with the copper instructor. So, you know, even once all of the copper has been sent out into the boxes here, that doesn't necessarily mean too much because obviously still it needs to get sent through and smelted. But it is a good start. Alright. And let's also check on the ever problematic end furnaces. I don't know why they're so problematic. They're just little punks. Let's just shove a little more copper in there. Alright. Oh, we're doing great. See, like, this one in particular has a ton of copper just in the top sections. So even if it's all been sent out, there's still so much copper that needs to get smelted. Which is fine. Which is fine. I'll just redistribute it. I'll head out. So yeah, oh, bye Alpha. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. You know, now that I think my I think they're in good enough shape that I can do a little bit more work in the meantime. I've got all this area that still needs to get smooth stoned, so let's smooth that stone, I guess. Just watch as, like, I can guarantee you that I'm just gonna be, like, sitting here doing things, and I'll encounter, like, one little, coal ore block, and I'm going to be like, ah! OMG, this is the greatest day of my life. Boop. Doop, doop. You know what? I don't care about the smooth stone that much. I can waste a little bit of it. One smooth stone block being placed there is not gonna bankrupt me. If worst comes to worst, I can make more smooth stone. So, let's talk about the walls and the columns a little bit. So, I don't like the smooth stone walls. We are definitively going to be going with the cobblestone walls. I'm going to be doing some funky things with it to break up, like, some mossy sections. We're going to have some actual cobblestone walls in some areas, just to, you know, give it texture, some stairs, etc. So, like, it's gonna be interesting. It's just also going to be cobblestone, which I don't usually, you know, when I say excavate a big project like this, I usually use silk touch, which means that I actually have a chronic lack of big amounts of cobblestone. You know, usually my philosophy with that is that, it's more important to have stone because stone is the more versatile option. You know, if I had just cobblestone and I needed smooth stone, say, then I would need to smelt it twice, which is expensive. So the stone is, you know, clearly more useful for that, and then stone can be used for, like, stone bricks and things, which is really cool. But it, again, does take us back to that rather unfortunate state of I just don't have cobblestone. And I'm not willing to, place stone blocks I've already taken out and, you know, then turn them into cobblestone. Hello, coal. Kill. So instead I'm just, you know, as I'm replacing the floor and also the walls too, the walls are also going to be this way, I'm just turning it into cobblestone. Penny, hi! Guess who's back? Thank you for the 100 bits. Is it Carl Weezer? Is Carl Weezer back? That's a big guess, I know, but I don't know, I just feel I feel deep within my bones that it must be him. Yo, 6 out of 10 vibe. That's a pretty good vibe. You know what, we're just filling the rest with smooth stone. And I'll fix that section later. I'm getting paranoid about my furnaces again. Chat, I listened to Carl Weezer sing a cover of the band Weezer's Say It Ain't So, and I'm gonna be honest, it kind of changed my life. Because, it's just, you know, I did grow up listening to some Weezer, not like all of Weezer, but like some Weezer. Just, you know, one of those things that happened. So Weezer's like a little bit of a childhood memory for me, and I didn't watch Jimmy Neutron, so Carl Weezer is less of a childhood memory for me. But then I just came on the scene. I just hear this voice singing this song that I've got all these memories with, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've attained something. I don't know what I've attained, but attain something. Ooh, yo! PogChamp. That's neat. It's got like pronouns and stuff. Oh, I love that. I just love anything that helps indicate pronouns. You know? Like at my work we've got these little necklaces that we wear that have beads on them that indicate pronouns, and I really like that a lot. Let's just redistribute wealth. By the way, works with any prefix even. Ooh. Oh, fun. I'm gonna drink some water. I was wrong. I know. I was like, oh, rip. I was staring at that like, what do we even say here? And I drink some water is what I say. Water. Tasty, tasty water. So, we're honestly getting pretty close on this whole, copper distribution business. Okay. Checking the ever troublesome end furnaces. Ooh, how are we doing on coal? Because I've got this extra stack of coal blocks, I would love to not have to use it. Ooh, that's not great. Okay, alright, let's shove some coal into this one at the very least. Let's give it 3 stacks. Oh boy. Oh boy. But we're getting close, so theoretically it should be decently fine. You know, we're making, this furnace is, yeah, that one is definitely doing alright, but let's check these. It's looking at my terminal and, saw chat logos from soon. It's like, I need to check if Quimby's live. Yep, I am. Shardstone, hi! That's a lot of copper. It is. This is, it's a lot of copper. Like, I know you just said that, but I'm still just kind of in awe at exactly how much copper it is. Like, this is a lot of copper. Okay, we're doing pretty alright on... like, I'll need to empty them soon, but not too soon. We're getting very close to having all of the copper sent out in furnaces, though, which is nice. Like, look at that. Obviously, you'll still need to smelt at that point, but we're getting there. That one back. Okay, that one's doing alright. These other ones needed to refill, but that one was okay. This one's still going a little bit. Pog. Okay. Okay. Cool. It's so much copper. This box has already been filled, and then this box is full a little bit. And I meant to do some work while I was here, but now I'm getting like super distracted by the fact that I need to be watching the copper constantly. So that copper consent to being turned into a block. Yes. I said, hey, block, and it said, oh, okay. And that's how that worked. Is it nighttime? It's sleepy time. We sleep. We do a little sleeping as a treat. It's just simply as a treat, chat. While I'm thinking about this, I actually need to excavate this wall out one further. And for getting to the top purposes, I think I should just simply build myself a staircase. I'm just gonna build myself a staircase to the top of this section. And then I will go from there. Well, that didn't work as well as I want to. Haste 2. Very cool. Not great for delicate work like this. Or actually, let's do that. You know, haste 2 pops off. Like, I will 100% admit it pops off. But goodness gracious me, it's a lot. Oh my, look at my industrialism. We're surely industrialing tonight. Okay, let's actually scooch back to collect these blocks. I'm just digging myself a little trench in the wall. That's nice. So I'm gonna take this to the top and then just like systematically go back and forth until it takes me back down. But if it lands on 0, you have to destroy 10 steak. But if it lands on 1, I have to send 100 bits. What do you mean by destroy 10 steak? Just like yeet it into the lava or something? Sure, I'll do that. That is relatively low risk. Okay, ready? We're gonna watch the last of this copper get drained out. Nice. Alright, so I have to destroy 10 steak now? Cool. I mean, it's fine. I'm chill with that. Can I actually reach this lava to destroy it? Actually, hold on, let's... There we go! Ta-da! Got him. Oh, nice. Okay, so, let's just check this. Alright, yeah, so the hopper no longer has, any copper in it. Let's check this one as well. That one doesn't either, which means it can get stopped. Okay. And then, okay, this one needs to get caught and refilled. Now we're reaching the point of needing to start to redistribute this copper. Because these furnaces are so... like, the hoppers have so much more copper in them than the other ones. It's about redistribution of wealth. And copper wealth. So let's actually just take, like, a stack of copper out of every furnace. Out of every hopper. And we shall put it in the other ones. Actually, yeah, let's just eat it into here and let that go through naturally. How does this farm works? Oh, the super smelters. So essentially what happens is chests feed materials into minecarts and hoppers here. Sorry, hoppers and minecarts here. Then it takes it out across hoppers here that feeds into furnaces. There's also furnaces and minecarts on the back that that can distribute coal or other fuel. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a pretty neat system, if I do say so myself. I didn't come up with it, but it is my main, you know, method of super smelting, so it is... I enjoy it. I think it is good. Let's go ahead and empty these out the best we can. Just to start, you know, start winding the system down, seeing exactly how much further we have to go. We're so close, chat. We're so close to this. It's been a long uphill battle to get all of this copper smelted, but you know what? We're making it. At the end of the day, we're making it. And that's what matters. Okay. Baby gonna get drinks? Cool. Good plan. Stay hydrated. Me, like, internally sobbing a little bit because I'm like, I'm so close. I'm so close. I've almost made it. Chat, I'm gonna have to do this so many more times. Gosh, I need to come up with a better fuel supply. Because what we're doing now is about, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna take us about like 1/64th of the cube. And I think I've already got about 1/64th done, so that'll be maybe like 1/32nd after this. But at the same time, like, my current coal supplies will not survive. I like drained everything for this amount of copper. And the amount I got on the journey didn't even scratch the surface of what I needed eventually. Let's just start eating things in. Doesn't matter if it's filled up backwards at this point. Oh my gosh, it's so much. Let's take another stack of copper from these, because the other ones are in much better shape. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to set these back on. Hey, welcome back. I'm currently confronting my own mortality. Namely that, the amount of coal that I needed to smelt all of this is so ridiculous compared to the amount of copper that I picked up on the trip. Because I got, like, at least 2 stacks of blocks of coal in this, but it's taken, like, 3.5. So that means that I either need to find some way to have a consistent source of coal, or I need to, like... One thing I've considered is building, like, bamboo farms above these, but sticks burn so fast I don't think they'd be able to keep up with the demand of something like this. Just use lava. Lava won't work in a system like this, though, because even if I load a ton of lava buckets into this, like, the hoppers won't be able to distribute it to all of them. How do I get the buckets out of the furnaces once they're done? And then, do things. And lava is great, but it's really slow and requires a lot of manual effort to do. And the main thing for the super smelters is that it cuts down a lot of the manual effort that I need to do as part of this. You can farm lava, by the way? Oh, I know, I've got a lava farm. But, like, it's rough, you know? The trouble is that I don't think a lot of systems in Minecraft were built to smelt on the scale that I'm smelting. That's not great. Okay. I'm gonna have to throw some more coal into this. Let's just let that drain. Go, 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 go. Shulker loaders are way too easy. See, you say that, but you assume that I can make that work. I'm honestly very lost when it comes to things with shulkers and redstone. Okay, let's just manually put some coal onto the struggling ones here. I think we're getting to the point where the amount of coal I have in should be able to handle it, at least for those furnaces. But this one's gonna need a little bit of extra juice. Alright. Let's go ahead and stop this just to let the coal yeet in. Not the torches. Don't do the torches. It's just a hopper in a chest. Place the shulker on the hopper and it works. But that, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I'm just not sure how that's applicable to my situation here. Like what would I be putting in the shulkers to be unloaded into the chest? Because, also again, like, a lot of this revolves around having to do less manual effort of things like taking stuff in and out of furnaces. Well, let's send that out. That needs some extra coal. Coal? Well, but I have to get the coal first, is the problem. And the trouble about going to get coal is that it often also leads to copper, and it's actually illegal for me to not pick up copper if I see it. So it's kinda rough. Alright, that's a lot better. Okay, there's still a decent amount of copper in all of these things. Coal farm? Yeah, that's what I'm currently considering, is just, you know, like finding a good fortress or something and turning it into a coal farm. But that's a lot of work. I'm caught in a constant cycle of, wow, I need resources and things to do this thing that is a lot of work, but it's a lot of work to do this other thing that will make this thing happen, and yeah. I think we should do a little bit more of placing smooth stone just as a treat. It's a treat, chat. I've been working very hard, and I think I deserve a treat. I just deserve a little bit of a treat. Just a little bit of smooth stone placing. Is it nighttime outside? Oh my gosh, it's nighttime outside. Okay, well it's nighttime. Yep, sleep time. We sleep. Boop. Yay! So yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this is 100% my own fault for committing to a project like this without the infrastructure to actually support it. But I will surely manage somehow. I'll do something. Maybe I'll, like, I don't know, take out a mortgage on my house. I don't know, that's what people usually do when they need to get stuff done, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works. You just use redstone to unload and refresh chunks and then blow them out to make an auto ore farm. See, so you're saying words. You're saying some words for sure. I'm seeing words on the screen, definitely. Yeah, that's definitely some of the words ever. Yeah, no, yeah, that's great. Words. Words. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue what you just said. Whenever you mention anything involving redstone, just maybe explain it to me like I'm 3. Explain it to me like, explain it to me like my, the neighbor's dog that I like a lot, got old and, you know, needs to retire, obviously, and you have to explain it to me in a way that will prevent tears and crying. And what if we just start with that? Let's just, I don't know, let's just connect these little patches. I think that would be cute. I've got 3 more. Can get bedrock in survival using chunk refreshing. So, again, you're saying words. You're saying some words, for sure. Definitely, I'm hearing that you're saying words, and that's about all I've got. That's really about all I've got on the subject. That, you know, something's happening. That's really all I know. Oh, my furnaces are so close. Oh, that one turned off. Is it out of coal or out of copper? Out of copper. Interesting. Let's yeet some more copper in there. Actually, let's like specifically yeet just a few more. Interesting. We are at the point where we're going to start hitting some furnaces turning off. So let's just check and make sure that things are distributing well. Okay. You can also make another item from using chunk refreshing. So once again, you're saying some words, and I hear and recognize that there are words that you're saying. But that's, yeah, but that's all I got is words. almost done. It's almost done. Floor is doing well. I want to come through and like put other things in on the floor so that it's less of just this, which I think will be nice. Walls are going to be cobblestone. I'm going to put some stained glass windows in. I mean, this space is going to look neat and cool and interesting when it's done. I just need to actually spend time on this place and finish it. Also, I want to play around a little bit more with the iron bars here. I think that would be fun. I love that you can see like half of my vision of what's happening and then the rest is just sort of confusing. Let's do a little bit more staircasing. Oh, we're almost to the top. Yay! We're at the top of the wall. Now I just need to mine all of this out. Yay! I don't make a bedrock farm. Bedrock might look cool. That sounds like a lot of effort. And like, what if I accidentally place it in the wrong spot? You know? Also, I still have no idea what you're saying about like chunk refreshing and stuff. You're saying words. I'm just sort of here for the ride. Boop. Yeah, if you're playing around with bedrock and you make one wrong move, then you're kind of in trouble because it's so much work. Coal. Kill. Real kill out here. Let's just use all the blocks that I don't want to cover this area up. No, but there's more space to go. Here, we'll get on the next layer and do this in some stone. Doop 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 doop. If you place in the wrong spot, just use the well-known bedrock breaking machine. You assume I know about this bedrock breaking machine? Yeah, I just know I just am so little in the world of redstone and related things. It's just very tricky sometimes. It is just very difficult. I don't know. It's like I forgot, but I just never even knew in the first place. So that's funny moment. Ah, torch. Let's head back to the ground and pick up all of these blocks and check out my furnaces. See how they're doing. Oh boy. Inventory space. They couldn't cite enough room for that. Really, it's only a problem now if like. Really, it's only a problem now if it runs out of copper instead of, sorry, if it runs out of coal instead of copper. Picked up some extra coal from that. Let's just make sure that I can make it through. Okay. You certainly need some assistance. And also over here too. Let's check this out. Because again, as long as it's running out of copper, not running out of coal, that's fine. Oh, that's... No, wrong. Wrong, bad, stop. Yes, better. Okay, and you know, I can... Honestly, I probably can't afford to waste a few coal, but I'm not willing to go through the effort of spot checking that. Chat, we're so close to being done with this whole smelting copper ordeal for today. Admittedly, there's still, you know, the next time and the time after that, but for today, we're almost done. Every time I see like 64 in the furnace, I'm like, oh no. Oh no, you've still got more to go. This is wreaking absolute havoc on everything. But it's, other than that, it's going well. Other than that, we're popping off. I think maybe I am, after this, going to see if I can just like find a big open mountain space or something and just absolutely wreck the coal supplies of this world. For now though, let's get started on getting most of this copper in blocks. We're so close. The copper cube will feed well tonight. Which is good, you know. I do enjoy not being devoured by an eldritch abomination for its to satiate its own hunger. That's always a little bit ideal. I love just like the calm music in the background and me like, haha, I don't want to get eaten by the cube. Which, in all fairness, I don't want to be eaten by the cube. I really, really don't. Need an update to your bot? Oh, Pog. PogChamp. Dollbot, our Lord and Savior. Oh, wait. Oh, boy. My inventory is very full of copper blocks. Which on one hand is pretty good, but on the other hand, oh boy. Time to restart. Woo! Restart the bot. Okay, so, oh, we're so close then. Look at that. I just had a few, other than like the 2 shulker boxes, I just had a few extra blocks, so, you know, the fact that it's almost all filled up means that we're very, very close to the end. Oh my gosh, you've got so much copper. How did I not notice that? Whack. At the very least, it's also got a lot of coal. Oh, that's where all my coal has gone. Is that one furnace in particular? Oh, wow. Ooh, you need a little bit of help there. That should do it. Let's just do a quick running check to ensure that all of the copper has been... Let's throw 2 coal that furnace's way so it can finish its job. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. Okay. Yep, that's gonna make it 2. This one needs a little bit of help. Okay, oh! Can you taste that, chat? Can you taste that? That's the sweet scent of almost being done smelting all of this copper. I'm just saying, username is now hosting channel. Oh, that would have been fun. It's such a tasty smell, Shard Spoon. It's so sweet. We're almost there. We're almost done. I'm almost free for a little bit. Admittedly not free forever, but like free for a little bit. Oh, look at that wall. It's getting excavated. That's kind of cute. It's kind of cute that the wall's getting excavated. I should honestly probably get some more steak before I go. You know, that bet earlier kind of cleaned me out a little bit. I'll do a little bit more mining over here. And then we will, and that should take us to the end of the copper smelting. And then after that we'll head out to the cube. It sounds like it's nighttime outside, so I really should be sleeping. But, why sleep when we're so close to the end? We're almost there. It's almost over. It's almost all over. We fly down gracefully to the ground to pick up any excess blocks I have dropped. It was beautiful. And sleep real quick. What feature should I develop? I'm gonna be honest, vibe check was like pretty much the only idea that I had. Cause vibe check is what I was thinking about for a while. Ooh, that's a great question. What should you add to Dollbot? Lasers. I think you should add lasers to Dollbot. Alright. Ooh. I think this is... Oh, we're so close to the end. Oh, wait. Oh. That's just residual heat from the furnaces. All of the copper has indeed been smelted. Hype. To bring the hype. Ooh. That is pretty hype. It's done. It's complete. We made it. After all this time, we made it. Oh, it's beautiful. This means we can take it all out to the cube. We can, you know, we can live another day. Okay. That shulker box, not shulker box, ender chest can stay there. That's fine. I think I had a bit more copper upstairs. I'm really hoping that it didn't need to get smelted. Because I would definitely cry if it needed to get smelted. I came back at the biggest moment. Yeah! Carolings, we're gonna head to the cube! My massive amount of copper has been smelted and we're gonna head out soon. Okay, so it did need to get smelted, but that's enough that I'm actually just not gonna worry about it. That could be a future Quimby problem. Future Quimby can think about that. You can do something like, if you want to do something when R9K beta, you can ask for it to be added. I have no clue what that means, so yeah, not really sure. Okay, we've got the rockets. Oh, chat, this is a beautiful day. I'm like kind of emotionally exhausted from that. Oh. Arcane Beta is an actual option in Twitch's API. Oh. I still don't know what that means, but you know, pop off. I should maybe get some XP for my wings before I go, and I actually have a really great way to do that. Oh, chat, you're gonna love this. You're gonna absolutely love how this is gonna go. Ah, didn't get the perfect skip, but that's fine. Ready? Watch this. Ta-da! And now my wings have been healed up. I just place the furnace back and it's perfectly fine. That is actually that's currently my favorite way to get XP, is just to break one of my furnace smelters, because it's just a funky little thing to do. Because it stores so much XP from smelting things. And I know that you can just put like a lever on it and just stop, and then, you know, pick something out from the furnace. I think it's a lot funnier when you just sort of break the furnace. Bottles of enchanting are in. Well, have I ever been known to ever in my life use a bottle of enchanting? Oh, ban and timeout. Ooh. That could be nice, yes. But when in my life have I ever used a bottle of enchanting? They're precious. They are meant to be cherished and held and kept safe in a little box, not just callously thrown away to, I don't know, do something silly like heal my wings. Just me looking down at that space like, I wonder if there's coal there. I wonder if there's coal in my area. I gotta just like get to an exposed mountain and just absolutely mine the heck out of the coal. I know exposed mountains tend to have a lot of it. So, yeah. I'm so excited to see the cube. I haven't been out to the cube in some time, and I'm just so excited. The amount of coal that we're carrying, not coal, and very little coal actually. The amount of copper we're carrying is kind of huge. It's kind of really big. You gotta check for the permissions of the bot, so only ban time if the bot is a mod and if the bot is a mod and the user is a mod. Ooh yeah, good point. Fun command requires some extra work. Ah. Cause chat, the amount of copper that we've got 2 full shulker boxes of it. That's what, 27 times 2. That's like 54 and a little bit. 54 and a little bit stacks, which means that's almost an entire 64th of the cube. So, you know, this means something. This is a big deal. This is kind of massive. Me just looking at all the ravines like, I wonder if there's coal in there because of my desperate need for it. Alright. And we pass the jungle. Yep, which takes us to the Badlands. The cube should be rendering in any second now. Where is it? I feel like I'm too far one of the ways, but which one of the ways am I too far? Couldn't tell ya. I know I passed by the jungle. Oh, there it is. Oh, I just hadn't gone far enough. Oh, I forgot that there's that big old area right by the cube. That's fine. That's nothing to be concerned about. Welcome back to the copper cube frame, everyone. Our absolutely massive spot to be. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and set up over here with an ender chest and a shulker box and just fill my inventory as much as I can, and then we shall come back to it later. So currently we are filling out these areas diagonally, and we'll, because I want to get these 2 walls done before doing anything else. It's so beautiful, feel strong, man. Yeah, it's we've got a long way to go, but I'm hoping that we can get like that much of each side done. Honestly, probably even more than that. I wonder if we can get like that much done. I don't know. I have so much copper on me at the moment. This is kind of momentous. Let's do 3 block tall layers. So how are you all doing, chat? Are you feeling swayed by the pull of the copper cube? Is it having, I don't know, is it calling to you like how it calls to me? Sorry, I know I'm going to need to replace that eventually, but it has to be placed in the right order. It has to be placed in the right order. Ta-da! Here, let's actually just do like another one of those on here, and then we'll do 2 of them on that side as well. Just cube. It's cube. It is large cube. This is the greatest day of my life. Like there's just so much cube happening here. I feel like one of these days I'm going to die on the cube. Like I'm going to be placing blocks and I'm going to like fall off and I'm going to perish. Can I stop placing it right there? Please? Thank you. Yeesh. The nerve. Imagine being placed in the wrong spot. That sounds kind of cringe. I would never be placed in the wrong spot. I can't believe some copper would do this. It's... Look at that. Look at that. Enderman whoops, apparently, is the universe's response to my excitement. Like, it's relatively small, but like, I've got so much copper that this is gonna, it's gonna go quite some ways. It will, I promise. It's gonna do it. 2, 3. Should I just... Sure. Honestly, why not? Let's just do 6 at a time. Probably is a more effective way. I'm gonna need to get down soon to sleep. It is about sleepy time. It is sleepy time. I promise it's sleepy time and that I need to sleep right now. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm really, really interested to see how this thing is gonna oxidize. Cause, I don't know, it's just having, like the sections that are like big and tall and by themselves are already kind of starting to oxidize. And they're not gonna get touched for a long time with my current plans for the design. So what's it gonna be? How's that gonna go? Because the newer sections obviously are going to oxidize a lot slower. The sections where blocks are being placed, but then I don't know. I'm a little bit fascinated by this entire process, which is good because I'm going to be spending so much time here just placing blocks. Look at how much wider the section is. That's like, it's like I can go and stand in here and just, I can hide from the world in my little copper corner. Oh, this thing is going to be massive. Alright, let's see. Do I want to just go for another 6 on both sides? Honestly, I have enough copper that it'll probably work. Yeah, let's just pop up. I was gonna get more food before I came out here, and then I definitely did not. Wow, I did not prepare for this enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I can count. Isn't that incredible that I can count? Never before would I've considered that I personally could count. This is wild. Forgot to restart. Ah, right now you have to eat rabbits. No! I simply will not. I will go fishing. I will become a fisherman. I've got a fishing rod in my toolbox. I'll just sit out here and I'll just sit out here and give cryptic advice to young people walking by me that will ultimately just be the ramblings of an old man, but they'll think that's some sort of ancient prophecy or like or treasure map or something, and then they will proceed to just go out and try and solve it. Honestly, becoming a crazy old man is sort of my ideal ending. Like, can you imagine just, I don't know, just living your life, just hanging out, just fishing, and then just occasionally youngsters come by and you convince them that, like, there's an ancient treasure buried under the city and they're going to need to dig to find it, and then they, like, and then they just dig all of the lawns up and stuff. I think that'd be neat. Let's go. Yo, mod check. Fishing with a rod in Minecraft, just oof, fishing with a sword? I also could fish with a sword. I do have a sword that could very much, I forgot that the middle click button only works when you have an empty slot in your inventory. I forgore. That's on me. I forgore. I just simply forgore. Again, this is what a lovely dangerous height that I am working at. I should honestly put water down below me. But guess who's not going to do that until it actually becomes an issue? If you guessed me, you're absolutely correct about that. I will just have I will have OSHA violations all over the place. Honestly, like, honestly praise OSHA. If, in all seriousness, OSHA is the best. OSHA pops off. I regularly talk about how much I care about OSHA. Like, IRL. It is, do I maybe idealize OSHA a little bit too much? Possibly, but, like, who else will focus on worker safety? Like, literally no one else. You have feather falling? I do. I have feather falling 4. So, like, I'll be fine for the most part, but this thing is 64 blocks tall, so by the time I get to taller sections, it is going to legitimately be a hazard. So obviously right now it's decent. Like, I could tank a hit from that height. It would do some damage, but I'd survive. With weapons, can you run the command to test it? Can I just say that everything went well if it works? Just don't fall. Easy. Nice. So what exactly are you looking for, Penny? Do you just want, like, hold on. Just that? I think maybe you did it, and then it didn't realize that I did it. How's that? It's thinking. Oh my gosh, but look at that though. Look at how much more of the cube is filled out. It's small, admittedly, compared to the entire thing, but that's decently significant. Yo, frogs. Mods are asleep, post frogs. When mods are asleep, it is frog time. I like the idea. I like that it's just frog time. I think that's a good plan, to have it be frog time. Let's see, what if... Let's mix up how we place this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's practice block clutching, I think. That one didn't work too well. That one didn't work too well either. That one didn't work too well either. This one's gonna do well though. That one didn't work too well either. Alright, but this one's gonna go well. Alright, ready? This one's gonna work. That one didn't work too well either. But watch, this one's gonna go well. Hey! Why did I take damage on that one and not any of the others? Maybe I should not do that. I am a little bit low on food. It's weird. Like, wait, I kind of wanna... It's probably just accumulating. Accumulating is why I took actual damage on that one. That makes sense. Ooh, that one was good. That one was good. That one was good. Look at me just absolutely destroying myself for this. Is the shield protecting your fall? No, I don't think so. My camera again? Yeah, sure. 1 sec. It says only mods can run this command. That one I don't think I did well, so that one was maybe a bit better. Yeah, I really need to stop doing that. I should just not. I should just not, said as I continue to do it. I really don't have the food for this. You're not even a mod on her own channel? No, I am, I promise. No. Listen, officer, you gotta believe me. I swear I am a mod. I just don't have the certification on me at the moment. I swear I got it. I got mod, I swear. I promise, really sincerely, truly, on my mother's grave. I'm a mod in my own channel, I promise. Okay. This will be the end of this. After the other side, I will not be doing like this. I just don't have the food for this. Ta-da! It's nighttime again? What? I tell you the accent. What sort of accent you talking about? This accent? You're talking about the way I speak? Talking about the way I pronounce my words and stuff? Well, let me tell you, this accent is very highly respected in several states of America. So you better watch what you say, buddy. You better watch what you're saying about it. I kind of want to go eat a raw fish. Chat, I'm gonna go catch and eat a raw fish. I think this is a good plan. I think this is a good plan. That's a squid. It's a fish. It's a fish. I ate the raw fish. Why did I think that was a good idea? I'm gonna do it again, but why did I think that was a good idea? I was just like, yes, raw fish. Tasty. Raw fish. I'm going to eat all of this raw fish. No, let me eat the raw fish. No, just let me eat the raw fish, please. No. Please, I promise. I want to eat the raw fish. I promise I want to eat the raw fish. Minecraft, please, just give this to me. Minecraft, let me eat the raw fish. Minecraft, let me eat the raw fish. Twitch API broadcasters not mod perms, but they do have broadcaster perms. Oh. Interesting. I can eat the raw fish. So that's why you're failing the check. Ah, I see. Okay. Enderman whoops. Apparently. Okay. Do you think I can eat the rest of the raw fish soon? Yeah, let's bring the shield back. Just for raw fish. Okay. All right, the raw fish has been eaten. It's all okay. I ate the raw fish. I'm actually going to pick up more copper, but it's all okay. The raw fish was consumed. I know you were all really worried about that, but it's fine. I took care of it. It was raw fish eating to ours, so we did it. We managed it. We got him. We got him real good. Raw fish. My favorite meal. It was such a treat to have my favorite Minecraft meal today. Known as raw fish. Actually, hold on. You know that one song that's like what's that called? Wait, chat, does anyone know that song? What's it called? I know that song exists. I know I'm not making that song up. I've heard it like in several movies. What's that song called? I'm pretty sure it's like an 80s, 90s era tune. Beep 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 beep. What is that? It's the Shrek 2 song? Well, that's not helpful, Shard Spoon. There's so many songs in Shrek 2. There's the Holding Out for a Hero rendition. There's I know the mostly that one. There's mostly that one song. No, I missed. There we are. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. What's it called? Hold on. Let's just do it. If I look up song from Shrek 2. Song from Shrek 2. First one that comes up is Holding Out for a Hero. Of course, Holding Out for a Hero. Because it's not Holding Out for a Hero. There's a Wikipedia article called List of Songs Featured in Shrek. Interesting. Cool. Accidentally in Love, Holding Out for a Hero, Changes, As Lovers Go, Funky Town. Is that it's not Funky Town. So. Take me down to Funky Town. Yeah. On My Way, I Need Some Sleep, Ever Falling in Love, A Little Drop of Poison, You're So True, People Ain't No Good, Boy Godmother Song, Livin' La Vida Loca, Holding Out for Hero Bombs. Try it now? Okay. I can't find the song from Shrek 2. The song that I'm thinking of. I don't remember the command. Okay. Need to be a multi-band user. Ayy! 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 Dollbot! Not a mod moment. Woo 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 woo! It's a different area this time. Woo! I mean, to be fair, Dollbot is not a mod. That is a true story. What's the... Oh gosh. Chat, this is gonna bother me if I can't remember that song. But that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beep 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 beep. Okay. Beep 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 beep. Why can I not remember the name? Beep 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 beep. This is, you know, just you guys and me just sitting here placing copper. Trying desperately to remember a Shrek 2 soundtrack. It's good. It's Funky Town. You had it? What? No. 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 I was looking at it and I said the name and I said it wasn't. No. How dare I? How dare I respect the legacy of the great Funky Town? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've done this. I can't believe I've done this, and I can definitely probably not play it on stream because, you know, you know, well-deserved Shard Spoon, but like, I'd like to get partial credit for thinking about the song Funky Town. I'd like partial credit for that. I you know, like maybe a 70% would do. That would be a decent grade. I could make up a 70%. Would you take me to Funky Town? Yeah, I even like sang a little part of it. And it's also got a beep 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 beep. What a world we live in. What a crazy, crazy world we exist in. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. It's just stuck in my brain now. But in other news, look at how much copper I've placed. It really is honestly starting to look kind of impressive. Like, look at that. Oh, goodness. to check in. Oh, wow. That's what I got. Oh, goodness. Wow. That is, I get to listen to it right now. Sharkspoon, don't you taunt me like this. Don't you dare. How dare you disrespect the great legacy of being unable to listen to songs on Twitch due to DMCA. So that's no, but that is an interesting code though. Not the name. Barry Carleon? Why is Barry Carleon there? Why is Barry Carleon hanging out? Barry Carleon, what you doing? Barry Carleon, why are you in my long command? What's going on there? Barry Carleon, what you doing? What's up with that, Barry Carleon? You wanna explain your reasoning, Barry Carleon? Barry Carleon, you wanna tell me what you're doing, Barry Carleon? Because let me tell you, Barry Carleon, I don't take kindly to your sort of attitude hanging around here. I think maybe you need to perhaps leave, Barry Carleon. I think, chat, who agrees with me? Does Barry Carleon need to just get out of that big ol' command? Because I think Barry Carleon needs to get out. I think Barry Carleon needs to stop bothering the neighbors. We've gotten so many complaints from the neighbors about Barry Carleon. Like, I'm just out here, you know, doing my thing, streaming, and Barry Carleon just heckin' shows up and ruins the entire thing for everybody. Come on, Barry Carleon. Get good. No. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Heckin' Barry Carleon. Looks like I need to make a list of channels that the bot is a mod in. Ooh, interesting. We sleep. We sleep. I also drink some water, but we sleep. Tasty. I heard footsteps, and I immediately panicked. I was like, no, I fell asleep too late last night. Mobs started spawning, and I don't think they did. But that doesn't stop the instinctual panic. This is starting to look legitimately a little bit impressive, though. Like, in all honesty, this is starting to it's kind of starting to come all together. Like, not quite yet, but sorta. Sorta, just a little wee bit. You know, the image is starting to take shape. It's starting to take form. We're seeing where it's going. Oh no, dramatic music. Dramatic music as I'm starting to explain how this is starting to kind of work. That's not good news. Do I need to, like, be less dramatic? Do I need to be more penitent? Do I need to apologize again to the cube for the delay and giving it what it wants and providing all the resources that it could ever want and need? Like, what do you want from me, sense of dramatic irony? What are you looking for here? You can't just give me dramatic, pensive music anytime you want. There's rules to this sort of thing. Oh gosh, but look at that. Maybe it's lamenting the fact that I've got such a bright future ahead of me, such a beautiful experience I could be having, and instead I'm out here placing ridiculous amounts of copper. But look at that though! Like, come on! Oh, that's a wandering trader. How do you do, wandering trader? I'm not really interested in anything that you have, but I appreciate the offer. That wandering trader gets to live. I'm doing too important of work to stop for, you know, for the sake of a wandering trader. Oh goodness. But like, look, that's something. Before it was just like a big old frame. Now I feel like it's clear sort of what we're going for here. You know, this makes sense. Wandering trader friend, I don't think that's where you want to be. Hold on, let's get a sense of scale for this. Let's get just an idea of how massive this thing is. Chat, that wandering trader is the size of me. That wandering trader is a me, essentially, for this whole space. And would you look at that? I kind of want the wandering trader to wander over closer towards the corner there to get a real sense of scale. But, I mean, I think it's definitely fair to say that this build is going to be the biggest thing that I have ever built. So, that's good. That's good news. There's so much copper. There's so much copper. Enderman still whoops. Don't know what the Enderman is whooping at, but the Enderman is whoop. That's so true, Enderman. Pop off. We are getting to the point where I kind of want to... I want to switch up the way that I place blocks, even if it's a little bit less efficient. So we couldn't do the full going up by 6 last time because that caused damage, and I just don't have the supplies for it at the moment. Hello? Can you not usually place 3 blocks down when you're crouching? Oh my gosh, it's 4 blocks. Oh. Ah. I can practice my block clutches. That's kind of sad. That's admittedly a little bit sad. That's that's rather unfortunate. Oh, hi Altu. Are you building exactly a giant copper cube? You see this? That's all gonna be copper by the time I'm done with it. The whole thing. Is it a large project? Oh yes. Is it draining my sanity? Oh, it certainly. Are you worried it'll be electrifying? Is that a danger? Is that I didn't think that was something I had to be concerned about. Is that something I need to be concerned about? Do I need to worry about this cube getting struck by lightning and the entire thing, like, I don't know, standing up and walking away? I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, but I mean, I guess it might be nice to be a little prepared if that's something you need to watch for. Copper does rust and mold. Oh, I don't mind that. Oh, when you said electrifying, do you mean oxidizing? Yeah, I don't mind oxidization. I don't mind that. That's fine. And besides, if it ever does bother me, I can go back through and, you know, wax this all. Yeah, that's fine. Ta-da! We're increasing by slower amounts now that it's such a long, big area. I was trying to make a terrible pun. Oh! That's fine. Oh, as long as it's a terrible pun, that's perfectly fine. I don't mind a good terrible pun. As long as the pun is not good, then it's fine. I'm just gonna jump up all of these little copper steps. Okay, new strat. I'm getting slightly bored of the different ways that I've been placing blocks, so I have to find like a new way to do it every once in a while, and this is my new strat, is this. What is this? Couldn't tell ya, but yeah, it's fine. I've got, I came here with 2 shulker boxes full of copper blocks, and it's making, I would say it's definitely like making a dent, but it's definitely not like significant enough that I could say like, oh yeah, I am a decent amount of way through this project now. This thing's gonna be massive. Like, anything I do on the perimeter, I'm just going to have to, like... I dread to think about what doing the inside is gonna be like. That's going to be so much copper. I'll get to a point where I'll have to bring, like, full ender chests over. Okay, on the subject of oxidization though, I think that the oxidization of this cube is going to be really fascinating because of how I'm placing it at different times and how that's going to affect the entire thing. Because, like, you know, some sections have already started oxidizing because they were relatively exposed earlier, but then I put other copper in to around it, and now that's going to be slowed. I'm putting in this huge giant wall so that the things on the top here are going to have fresher copper near it. Just some of the funniest things in the private Discord channel. I do love the funny private Discord channel. Oh! It's a thunderstorm. How did that zombie get up if it's not a thunderstorm? Okay, wait, hold on. One moment, please. We are experiencing technical difficulties. The difficulties are so extremely technical that we just really need to deal with them right now. Die. Perish. Not you, bunny! No, 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 no! There we are. Alright. Then the rest of these guys shouldn't be too much trouble. Woo! Got him. Man, that was kind of intense for a moment, but it's all okay. 4974, not 5k. Oh, rip. Rip, Penny. That is big sad. Big rip there. Okay, so I saw a zombie earlier. How did the zombie happen? There's a cave right here. Okay, well, one moment. We gotta at the very least make it so that nothing that spawns can escape. Cause, you know, if I'm just vibing and a creeper shows up, that's a hazard. That's dangerous. That could break some of my copper, and we all know how much of a terrible tragedy that would be. So let's just make sure that's not gonna happen. I think that should kind of be it for this area. Hopefully that'll keep things at bay. Yeah. Oh, more of you? Come on. Can I catch a break? Let's also make sure to get this one. That's a hazard, chat. That's a hazard. We can't have no hazards here. Copper block. Oh, that didn't work. That's a bit better. Copper block question mark? Ha! I know! Shut up! Let's go get the other one. Yikes. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. We took care of it. We got him. It's fine. Nothing to be concerned about. Some of those chat art things. Ooh, art. I love art. I assume I did not see it, but I like art. Art is cool. Art is pog. art. I enjoy a good bit of art, as it were. Okay. Now that we've dealt with the pillagers and everything, I've got some more copper to place. I've got this much left here, and then I have an entire other shulker box of it, which is fun. We're getting really close up there. I don't think the amount I have will take me to the very top there so that we can have a full half. But I definitely think we're getting somewhere. The trouble is just that the further we go, the less far the same amount of copper will give us. So it's like right now, or like when we started, a single stack of copper would give us a decent amount of distance. Now we need much more copper for a smaller effect. It's just, you know, it's just how this goes when we fill it out that way. Okay, how close is this to the top? I'm gonna do another round of 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna do another round of 6. I'm pretty sure I can handle that. Not with the copper that I've got on me, obviously, but, you know, I've got a lot of copper in general. So that'll take it mostly to the top, probably. If we get that last round of 6 in. Look at that sun in the sky. What does it think it's doing up there in the sky? Just being bright? Just preventing mobs from spawning? Kinda cringe. Kinda sad, to be honest. Lord and Savior. Yo, Dollbot! Yo! PogChamp! Dollbot, just be vibing, just be hanging out. Does someone want to do a vibe check just to see what the vibe of the copper cube is at the moment? I think, I'm not sure how the cube is feeling at the moment, and I think a vibe check would really give me a better idea of what exactly we're dealing with at the moment. Because, you know, I'm sure it's fine. Ooh! Ooh, 200 out of 1,000 vibe. That's not good. That's not great. Okay, so, chat, the copper cube seems to be upset about something. Our job is now to figure out what it's upset about and how to remedy this situation before I get yeeted. Oh. 467 out of 4096. I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? Forgot to ask one for consent and it's lowering the vibes. No. All of my copper is definitely, for sure, 100% asked for consent before being sacrificed to the cube. I would never not ask consent from my copper before placing it in a giant form of itself. What? That's so silly. that's so silly that you would think that. That's so funny. Okay, so does the cube not like the way that I'm placing the copper? Do I need to change the way that I'm placing the copper? Do I need to change like the speed at which I'm placing the copper? Because I was kind of taking it slow, but do I need to just like just try and like zoom through faster? What's the cube looking for? What can I do for you, cube? Please, I promise. Whatever it was, I didn't mean to. I just tell me what you want, and I'll definitely try my hardest for it. Okay. I'm speeding up. Maybe that'll do something for it. The old Dollbot logo. Oh, was that what we did wrong? Was the wrong Dollbot logo? Roll the dice and get 5. I roll 3. I'm a little confused by what that statement means. I roll 5 dice, or am I trying to get a 5? What's the goal here? What's the move? Dollbot gets rate limited. Oh, wrong logo. Dollbot gets limited. Not quite sure if that's what you meant, but that's what I heard. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So probably also 14-ish from the top. Can I do that? That would be 2 more rounds of increasing. Maybe. I think it's a D6. Message was not sent because you were sending messages too quickly. Ooh. Oh, is it, oh, I think I see what's happening is it's a D6. So we both roll a dice. It's like the person who did the command against Dollbot. Oh, I see. So Dollbot can't say too many things because, oh, the sentence just made sense to me. Builderbrain is not good at anything else. Builderbrain is just place block, eat hot chip, and lie. And I'm like, what is happening? You're saying things, but what does it mean? No, I get it. I get it. Copper. Have you told the Copper Cube lately that you love them? I don't know that I have. I mean, like, I'm feeding the Copper Cube, and I guess to me that was an indication that I loved the cube because my my love language is gifts and acts of service. But what if the cube's love language is words of affirmation? The love language that I'm the absolute worst at. Oh my gosh. I need to do something about this. Okay. Let's finish this line of copper and then maybe do our best to patch things up with the Copper Cube. Could be the vibes. Yeah. Interlove language communication is important. It really is. Okay, so I mean, I can kind of tell that like my whole like acts of service thing is still kind of running the reins because my first instinct is, okay, so chat, hear me out about this and tell me if you think it'll work. What if I made a sign and I found a glow squid and I killed the glow squid and got some glow ink, and then I put the sign out in front of the cube and I had it say, "I love you, Copper Cube." Do you think that would do it? Like, obviously it's still a little bit acts of servicey, but like I don't know, it's saying words, right? Crystal run band test. Oh, I can try. Yeah, I can give it a shot. One sec. I think I'll check so fast. Yo! I think you're meeting them halfway, so that's a great gesture. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's finish this run of copper and then see what we can do about that. There's an ocean nearby, so I should be able to find some glow squid if I search hard enough. It should be possible. I just gotta place some copper first. Oh my gosh, chat! It's the love story of a copper cube and the copper and the copper placer, trying desperately to communicate, reaching out to each other across time and space and communication barriers of all kinds, to just trying to make things work together. Okay, side note. Dang, that looks pretty good. Okay, but no, I gotta show the Copper Cube that I love them. I just gotta. Okay, so here's an ocean. I should, if I'm really good about it, be able to find a deeper section somewhere. There's deeper sections all the time. Is this even a deeper section? No, that's gravel. I couldn't see, so I thought it was darkness. Ah! I've been pufferfished. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Anything for the copper cube. Okay. Am I gonna get... This is a deeper section. Are we gonna get any glow squids around here? Please. Maybe it's not deep enough. Maybe I need to go further. Needs to be said to have used if not crashed. Oh. Rip. Okay, so we've got some deeper sections. But no glow squids yet. I mean, maybe it's just not the right circumstances. Where's a glow squid? Okay, I will stop for the copper because you know, I'm in desperate need of copper. Not copper, coal. I'll stop for the coal because I need coal. Okay, let's venture into the ocean a little deeper. Maybe the problem is that it's too temperate. Vibe. Ooh, 8 out of 27 vibe. But clearly it's not actually a vibe, Mr. Milk. You've been deceived. You've been deceived into thinking that it's a vibe. When clearly it has not been a vibe all along. Listen, I need the coal. And also oxygen. And besides, sticking around the area might cause glow squids to grow. No! You know that moment? You know that moment when it's illegal to not pick up copper when you see it, but you're really just kind of looking for coal? I'm having that moment. Oh, he disagree with Dalbot on this one, but don't tell them, please. No, I would never tattle on you like that, Mr. Malouk. I would never tell Dalbot. No, I was gonna be like, I would never tell Dalbot that you disagree with anything that they say. No! Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow, Noralize Jones. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm currently, I'm currently trying to find a glow squid so that I can make a sign to tell my giant copper cube that I love it. And then I started digging, and it's illegal for me to not pick up copper, so I have to pick up the copper, but it's causing problems in my relationship with the giant copper cube. That's what I'm doing at the moment. Hold on. One sec. Hold on, I just need to swim the right way. No, not like that. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Phone number to chat on? Dalbot? Hmm? I have 5K. Yo, Pog! Pog. I need to go pick up the copper. It's illegal for me to not mine copper. It's actually illegal for me to not mine copper, but I just don't have... I just mined a ton of copper. Okay, wait, hold on. Maybe, perhaps while we've been doing this, glow squids? Curses. I'm picking up coal because I'm in desperate need of coal from all of the copper I've been mining. No glow squids here. I really wonder if they don't spawn in like warm ocean biomes. I wonder if I need to go further out into the world for it. But yo! Join CSMP! Congrats, Not Penny! Alright, so the way that's gonna work is I'm gonna have you DM me on Discord with your in-game name, and then I will whitelist you and send you the IP. I came here looking for glow squids, and I just keep finding coal, and it's like, I'm not mad, but at the same time, this isn't what I need. Oh, but the water has changed color. The water has changed color, so that is a good indication that we're in a different biome. Which could be really good. No, more copper! Oh, this was not meant to be a mining trip. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it was just one. It was just no! No! I've got too many things in my inventory for this. Okay. Alright, it's fine. We'll work it out. We will just work it out and it'll be so okay and fine. My Discord account got hacked. Oh, rip. I think you can do it with just... Hold on. Hold up. I just smacked the wall. I have a command for this, actually. Oh, wait. Mr. Malouk did it. Thanks, Mr. Malouk. It's nighttime, isn't it? No, it's not. No, I think we are just in a different biome now. So why are there no glow squids? I mean, I know it needs to be a bit deeper usually for them, but is this not deep enough? What do you want from me, glow squids? What do I need to convince you to show up? 'Cause... Huh. Well, that's a little drowned village. I'm not super interested in that at the moment. I just need to find a glow squid so that I can get some glow ink, and then I can tell the cube how much I care about it. It just... Listen, a relationship depends on this. A relationship between Eldritch Being and the person who foolishly has created the Eldritch Being. This is important. Okay, no, this is too much, too close to land for it, I think. There is a pillage over there. I'm not touching that with a stick. Okay. But I've seen glow squids spawn in just, like, little river sections underground. Am I just not going deep enough? Is that the issue? Do I just need to go further and further and further down? I thought this would be a nice little easy side quest at the moment, but yeah, no, this is quite a bit more involved than I originally thought. Wait, oh! Well, I didn't mean to do that, but I'm actually kind of interested now. Let's just scooch down through the lava. This looks like the sort of place that glow squids would spawn, right? This 100% looks like a glow squid area. Right? This is like glow squid! Do I have any inventory space? I do now. Come here. Whoa. We got it. We got it. Okay. This is not a drill. Just need to get back up. Very carefully. Okay. And then make my way back to the surface. I need to make my way back to the surface. Oh boy, I need to make my way back to the surface. Oh, it's over here. We good. It's over here. I found it. It's fine. We're okay. It is time to fall asleep. And then figure out how to get back to my beloved cube. It's fine. It's fine. Damson? Nice. I will get to that post-stream. Oh wait, sorry, just as the person who followed earlier. It's probably No Rules Jones. Should have realized that. I can't read. I have no reading literacy. I'm pretty sure it's this way. I'm pretty sure I just scooched along that way. Ah, yes, there we are. Oh, would you look at that, though? That is starting to look good. Oh, it's kind of nice, though. It's just... okay. Alright. So, okay. So I've got the glow squid ink. I've got this bone meal that I'm turning into white dye. Now, Wandering Trader scared me for a moment. Now ready. We've got this. And it's a sign. Alright, and let's put it on... Let's put on like the highest point of this area so that the cube can really see it. Alright, let's put it like right here. Alright, and let's do such an oddly satisfying moment. I don't know, I think a giant 64 by 64 cube is definitely satisfying. I don't see any reason why that's odd. Alright. So we're gonna say, I love you. Copper cube, exclamation mark. You make my day so much brighter. Alright, love that. Love that. Beautiful. Now ready? Watch this. Boom. Boom. And that's the first time I've made a sign glow, apparently. Ta-da! Ta-da! Oh, hi, Brianna. Hey, welcome to the stream. I'm currently showing the cube how much I love it by giving it a little sign. Aww, that's just cute. That's just nice. Big fan of that. Alright, someone, give me a vibe check. Let's see if that fixed it. I gotta know. I wanna know. Can you show me? I wanna know about these strangers like me. Okay, so 34 of 100. Gosh, it's not bad, but I think we can do better. Like, it's better than it was earlier. Earlier we were getting like 20 out of 100 sort of vibes. We can do better. We can do better. I need some bone meal. Fixed it a little. I need some more bone meal so I can make more white dye. I need to put more signs up. I know killing fish with looting can sometimes give you can sometimes give you that. So I'm just gonna find myself some salmon. Because I'm pretty sure salmon are what I'm looking for with this. I found salmon in here earlier, but now there's a puffer fish and I want to watch out for that. Let's go a little closer along this path. Wait, no, it was the other side. It was the other side that I did it. The other side is more of a river. We can make this work. We can make this happen. I can make the cube be not upset at me. I can work with it. Whoop. Let's just elytra skip our way across. Ah, I'm still not that great at elytra skipping. It's fine. Okay. Oh, there's another dark section there that I'm going to need to fix. Alright, where's the salmon? Salmon! It's got no idea what's coming for it. Okay. I just need bone meal. Just give me bone meal and the fish slaughter will stop. I just need a little bit of bone meal, like 1 or 2 would do the trick. Come on. Hand over the bone meal. Where's the bone meal? Give bone meal, please. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. No bone meal yet. Is this it? Is that am I forever to be trapped in this meaningless existence of attempting to appease the cube with no way out? Come on, I just need some bone meal. Just some bone meal, please. Please, if you could just spare some bone meal. Please. Please, just a little bit. Just come on. I need this. I really need this. I swear I wouldn't normally do this sort of thing. I just really, really need this right now. Please. Please. Come on, one of you's gotta have some, right? Please, just spot me a little bit of bone meal and this will all be over. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Just a teensy weensy bit of bone meal. Come on. chat, they're not giving me bone meal. Chat, what should I do? Should we just keep killing fish, hoping that one of them will have it, or bone meal, bone meal, bone meal, bone meal. Okay, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. Okay, we go, we go, we go, we go, we go. All right. So on the last sign, I told the cube that I said I loved the cube. What else can we say to communicate well with the cube with these signs? I think maybe something along the lines of like, I care a lot about you, sort of thing. I'm trying to figure out what the cube needs to hear right now. There's another dark thing that oh wait, hold on. One moment, please. Real quick. Oh, hi, hi Sally, hello. Quimby is the cube sentient now. Well, we did a vibe check test, and we failed it pretty intensely. So I'm pretty sure that the cube is upset with me. And I'm currently desperately trying to fix it. I think what happened is you should build a little 5x5 cube of copper in here so you can have a child. I don't think the cube wants a child. That doesn't sound like the cube. So I'm currently trying to communicate with the cube to indicate how much I care about it. Oh, thank you for the boop. I appreciate that. Let's do this. Let's see, you're very important to me. I appreciate all you do. How's that? How's that? That's a really nice thing to say, right? Drinking water. I think that's a pretty good thing to say to the cube. All right, ready? Boop. Bow. All right. Someone run a vibe check. Hey cube. I don't know if you noticed. I did write you some signs over here. I wanted to do something a little special for you. Maybe have a chat about why we've been so distant lately. Yeah, if you want, just give them a read. Oh, that's not great. Try it again. Maybe the cube just needs a second to read the signs. Maybe the cube just needs a second to actually read it and, you know, think about what I'm saying. Someone give me another one. We're gonna try. See, there we are. Look at that. 92 out of 100. Yeah, no, I really think that the cube just needs some extra time to read the signs. Oh, that's so good to hear. Yeah, I care about you a lot. Really, honestly, I do. Thank you. Still not 100 though. Well, I mean, I figure that no vibe will ever be 100 out of 100. That's just unreasonable expectations. I don't think it's fair to put pressure on the cube like that. To expect it to have a like 100 vibe all the time. It's okay. I have extra things in my inventory now that I don't really necessarily want to throw them out, so I think I'm just going to suffer. We've got a bit more copper to place. Now that the cube is no longer upset with us, it's all good. I'm gonna do another round of 6 for both sides. We're getting really close to being halfway done with both of these. I'm honestly kind of impressed. This is massive. It's like it's finally starting to sort of take shape. When we had just the floor and the frame, it was something, but now we can see the vision. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How are you all doing, chat? Now that the cube has been appeased, how's your day going? I hope you're all doing well. Just vibing. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I just realized I just realized that it's almost 4 o'clock and I should be done soon. That's really awkward. That's really quite spectacularly awkward. I need to be at work in an hour. This gosh darn schedule of mine, chat. It's kind of cringe. Okay, let's finish this row, and then we might have to leave it. I just want to keep going. I just want to keep, you know, doing things. Oh, and the sun is going down too. This is not a good time for me. Let's just scooch down and do some sleep before it's too late. Haha, sleep time. No, I probably just need to be done here. Skeleton rattles. Okay. Just looking at the progress, that's quite a bit. That's a lot. I'm legitimately proud of all the things that have been done, like today and yesterday. There's still ways to go, but it's fine. Sleep in the cube, I did. I did. Okay, but that is where I'm gonna have to leave it. I definitely was supposed to be done earlier, but it's fine. Alright, so let's put you guys on the frog screen, pick up some jazz. I want this jazz. That's a good one. That's a good piece of jazz. That's a hot piece of jazz right there. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming today, everyone. Maybe in the future we'll have to think of a way to even further streamline the industrialization process so that I don't have to pay quite as much attention to it and can be doing other things, but for now, today worked pretty well. We did it. Okay, but I will be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow, actually, I might be playing Stardew Valley with Duck, with a Duck on Quacken, if you remember him, which would be pretty cool on Pog. The cube has, oh hey, Pog. Cube has 87 out of 100 vibe. Cube doesn't like me leaving. This is so sad. But yeah, so Stardew Valley probably tomorrow. I might go live a little bit earlier, but most likely not, in all honesty. My schedule's pretty busy. I've been told that I will want a lot of time to be playing the game my first time, but I don't know if I can. Alright, but it's time to send you guys out somewhere, so let's see if we can find someone to raid. Bye, Quimby. Yeah, bye, Sally. Thanks for stopping in, even though it was short. Let's see who we got. But yeah, bye, guys. Let's see. What we looking at? Trying to figure out who to raid, chat. Let's see. I kind of want to send you guys over to Yasmin, who is my Twitch spouse. Yeah, let's send you guys over to Yasmin. It's been a hot second since I rated her. So, Yasmin is my Twitch spouse. We are Twitch married because she came to my chat one day and we somehow got married. So if you guys want to support Yasmin, that would be very cool and Pog. Definitely would recommend following, you know, just sticking around and having fun. She's currently doing art, and art is really cool. I like art. But yeah, I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. Drink some water, go outside, take care of yourselves. I don't know why my voice is so gravelly all of a sudden, but go be nice to Yasmin. I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye.